Festival of the Living Dead is a thrilling reimagining of the classic zombie horror genre, blending pulse-pounding action, eerie atmosphere, and a chilling sense of dread. Set in a small town that hosts an annual horror festival, the celebration takes a terrifying turn when a mysterious gas leak from a nearby laboratory awakens the dead. As festival-goers, dressed as zombies, realize that some of them are no longer pretending, chaos erupts, trapping survivors in a nightmarish battle for survival. With the town overrun by ravenous undead, a group of unlikely heroes, an ex-cop, a horror enthusiast, a skeptical scientist, and a fearless teenager, must navigate the blood-soaked streets, using their knowledge of classic zombie films to outwit the growing horde. But as they uncover the dark truth behind the outbreak, they realize that the real horror may not be the living dead, but the sinister forces that unleash them. Festival of the Living Dead delivers relentless suspense, gruesome practical effects, and a nostalgic yet fresh take on zombie horror. With an electrifying mix of horror and dark humor, this film is a must-watch for fans of Night of the Living Dead and Zombieland. Will anyone escape the festival alive, or is this town destined to become the undead capital of the world? Generation Z is a gripping dystopian thriller that explores a near-future society where youth rebellion takes a deadly turn. Set in a world dominated by surveillance, social media control, and a government obsessed with order, the film follows a group of fearless young revolutionaries who refuse to conform. When a mysterious virus spreads through the Gen Z population, authorities claim it's a deadly new pandemic. But the infected aren't dying. Instead, they're becoming something more, stronger, faster, immune to fear, and immune to control. Branded as dangerous threats to society, they are hunted down by a ruthless government task force determined to eliminate them before the truth gets out. At the heart of the chaos is Lena, a rebellious hacker, and Kai, a runaway medic who uncover the shocking origins of the virus. It's not a disease but an evolution. As they race to expose the conspiracy, they must navigate a world where every move is tracked and every friend could be an enemy. But with the infected growing in numbers, an uprising begins, and the battle for the future of humanity ignites. Blending pulse-pounding action, sci-fi horror, and a sharp social commentary, Generation Z is a thought-provoking and adrenaline-fueled ride. Are these young outcasts humanity's last hope, or its greatest threat? Outside is a Filipino post-apocalyptic horror film directed by Carlo Ledesma, delivering a chilling exploration of survival, trauma, and the fragility of the human mind. The story follows the Abel family, Francis, his wife Iris, and their sons Joshua and Lucas, as they flee a devastating zombie outbreak in the city. Seeking refuge in Francis's ancestral farmhouse, hidden deep within a remote sugarcane plantation, they soon realize that the horrors they sought to escape may have already infiltrated their sanctuary. Upon arrival, Francis is confronted with a grim reality. His parents have fallen to the infection, and his mother has reanimated as one of the undead. As the family barricades themselves inside, their unity begins to crumble. Francis's controlling nature and mounting paranoia fuel existing tensions, especially when buried secrets about Iris's infidelity and Joshua's true parentage come to light. The fear outside pales in comparison to the psychological terror brewing within as Francis spirals deeper into madness, imprisoning his family in what becomes their own personal nightmare. Ledesma masterfully blends atmospheric dread with deeply personal horror, crafting a film where the true threat is not just the undead beyond the walls, but the emotional fractures within the family itself. With gripping performances and haunting cinematography that captures the eerie isolation of the Philippine countryside, Outside is a harrowing study of fear, trust, and the demons we carry inside. Die Alone is a Canadian post-apocalyptic horror thriller directed by Lowell Dean. The film follows Ethan, a young man suffering from amnesia who awakens in a world reclaimed by nature and overrun by mysterious, plant-like creatures. Determined to find his missing girlfriend, Emma, Ethan embarks on a perilous journey through this transformed landscape. Early in his quest, Ethan encounters May, a hardened and eccentric survivalist who offers her assistance. Together, they navigate the dangers of this new world, facing threats both human and otherwise. Their journey takes an unexpected turn when they cross paths with Kai, a charismatic yet enigmatic leader whose presence unravels secrets buried deep within Ethan's fractured memory. As Ethan's memories slowly resurface, he grapples with the harsh realities of the outbreak, a plant-based virus that has transformed humans into resilient, zombie-like hybrids. The film delves into themes of identity, survival, and the search for love amidst chaos. Dean masterfully combines atmospheric tension with character-driven storytelling, creating a narrative that keeps viewers engaged until the very end. Apocalypse Z. The Beginning of the End is an intense Spanish zombie thriller that brings Manel Lourero's gripping novel to life. Directed by Carlos Torrens, the film follows Manel, a lawyer whose world collapses when a deadly virus spreads across Spain, turning humans into violent, mindless creatures. After the loss of his wife, he isolates himself in his home in Galicia, accompanied only by his cat, as civilization crumbles around him. At first, Manel believes he can survive alone, barricading himself from the horrors outside. But as resources dwindle and the infected grow more aggressive, he realizes that isolation is just as dangerous as the apocalypse itself. Forced to leave his safe haven, Manel embarks on a harrowing journey through a devastated landscape, searching for safety while encountering other survivors, some allies, some threats. As Manel navigates this brutal new world, the film explores themes of resilience, human connection, and the will to survive against overwhelming odds. With gripping action, relentless tension, and stunning cinematography, Apocalypse Z immerses viewers in a post-apocalyptic nightmare where every choice determines life or death. With a thrilling storyline and heart-pounding suspense, Apocalypse Z is a must-watch for zombie fans and survival horror enthusiasts alike. Try Zombie is a Belgian horror comedy directed by Bob Kohlers, offering a fresh and heartwarming take on the zombie genre. The film follows a group of unlikely heroes, Luca, Kelly, Maya, Robin, and George, residents of a care center for individuals with Down syndrome. When a mysterious infection transforms the world into a zombie apocalypse, these friends find themselves among the few unaffected, embarking on a perilous journey to rescue their missing friend. The narrative unfolds as the group navigates a world overrun by the undead, facing challenges that test their courage, friendship, and resilience. Their adventure is marked by humor, warmth, and a deep sense of camaraderie, setting Try Zombie apart from traditional zombie films. Critics have praised Try Zombie for its unique premise and heartfelt storytelling. One reviewer noted, "I cannot properly express just how happy I was while watching this movie. Not just that it was funny and sweet and entertaining. Not just that the cast were all people with Down syndrome, and that the film never does anything less than show how capable and intelligent and wonderful they are." The Walking Dead. The Ones Who Live is a compelling continuation of the Walking Dead franchise, focusing on the epic journey of two iconic characters, Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, and Michonne, Denai Guerrera. This 6-episode miniseries explores their reunion after being separated for years, with both facing the dangers of a world overrun by the undead. In this new chapter, Rick and Michonne must confront whether they can reclaim their humanity and reunite with their loved ones in a post-apocalyptic world that continues to test their limits. The series delves into the emotional depth of their relationship, highlighting their survival against both external threats and internal struggles. The dynamic between the characters is at the heart of this miniseries, as they navigate not only the remnants of civilization, but also the constant moral dilemmas that come with living in a world where humanity's survival is always at odds with its darker instincts. Directed by Bertie Elwood, Amber Templemore, and Michael E. Satrazemis, The Ones Who Live showcases stunning cinematography and intense action sequences, while also maintaining the emotional core that made the original Walking Dead series so powerful. Alongside the return of Lincoln and Guerrera, fans can expect to see familiar faces like Pollyanna McIntosh and Terry O'Quinn in pivotal roles. Available for streaming on AMC+, The Walking Dead. The Ones Who Live brings new layers to the beloved characters and provides an unforgettable chapter in the ongoing saga of survival, love, and loss in a zombie-infested world.